What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another wonderful vlog here. So yesterday I did review and kind of show you guys my Epiphone that has no name, and towards the end of that video, if you want to go back, pause this video now, go watch the other video. That's vlog number 9. Today is vlog number 10. We have made it double digits. I honestly started this channel out thinking I'm just gonna do it. Didn't know I'd already beat a double digits. What, today is January something. So talking about Ruby. Now, before I introduce Ruby, Ruby is a 30-year-old this year, 1996, made in Mexico Fender Stratocaster. This thing was literally a steal. Now, I'll tell you why. So without further ado, let's introduce you to Ruby. This is Ruby. She a little dirty. I was playing her. She a little dirty. I was playing her. I should probably shine it up before I do these vlogs. But you know what? You get to see my guitars as is. Ruby is a 3 single coil. It's these guys right here. Fender Stratocaster. No humbucker. Now, back in 1996, the American models and the Mexican models, it was their, what was it? They got here. 30th anniversary of excellence. What do they got here? They got 1950, can't even read it, man. It's so tiny. It's 50, 1955. It's hard to read. It's a sticker. It's not a sticker. It's an emblem to 1996. Oh, here we go. 1946 to 1996. If I did the math, I would be able just to tell you that. Anyways, I was showing you guys. So you got this 50th anniversary badge right here. Now, what's really cool about these, a lot of these badges, because they are just a sticker, they've come off. A lot of them have come off of these guitars because they just get weathered, used, cleaned. Some people peel them off. This thing's still on there, mint condition, no lifted edges. Still shiny as they put it on. While we're here, look how good those Fender Ping tuners look. Look at that, with the Fender embossed logo. Boop. Clean. So, the only damage to this guitar is on this back plate. There it is. Some scratching. And I believe that was done. Look at the lights. I believe that was done on whatever guitar this pickguard / scratch guard, pickguard the state, scratch guard across the pond. She is dusty. I play the heck out of this guitar. And here's the reasons why. It's really hard to see, but these frets are barely worn. If there's any wear on it now, is because I play it all the time. But when I found this guitar, I mean, the wear you see is just discoloration from the string hitting and oxidizing on it. But there is no actual like divots in the frets. The frets themselves are brand new and still polished. Fretboard. It's a bar of frets. Fretboard, practically unplayed. No hanging over. Perfectly crowned, leveled, and smoothed out edges. Nothing hanging over. You know, on a lot of new Fenders, even the American builds, straight from the store, they are having a little bit of fret sprout, as we like to call it. And it's causing a lot of problems with players. I shouldn't buy a brand new guitar. I understand that humidity changes and things like that happen, but you really shouldn't be buying a new guitar and you have shredding finger fret sprout. Nothing. Now, people could say, well, that's a 30-year-old guitar. They've crowned them and there's new frets. These are the original frets, 110%. You can tell when something's been refretted. There will always be telltale signs, and it doesn't have any of that. It's hard to see on my little camera, but this is perfectly still the original ones. You can tell when a crowning's been done. You can tell when the edges have been refiled to prevent the fret sprout that happened after the guitar left the factory and humidity and climate changes. And usually around 30 years, the nut is just a POS. Not here, not the problem. The cool thing about these, on these old made in Mexico standard Strats, they had the vintage small frets on them. And they're very low profile. They're not medium jumbo. They're very vintage, very thin, very laid down. Almost what you'd call, if you were on an older Les Paul, a fretless wonder. Almost dropped the guitar. So, this thing has 3 single coils. Now, they're not Alnico. These are obviously ceramic, so they're a little bit more modern voiced. And some people want on their Strats that Alnico magnet to get that vintage warm tone. However, we live in a modern technology world where there's amps, pedals, and software available that you can dial those tones in. So these are all original. I pulled the pickguard, original pickups, original wiring. It has the original setup, volume, tone, tone. This tone does not work for this pickup right there. It works for this pickup, this is for this pickup, and this is the master volume. And then, of course, you have a 5-way switch. Now, I want you to listen to this. A lot of new Fenders have very loose play toggle switches. The 5-ways or the 3-ways are very loose, unless you have a high-end Fender, and that's not a problem. That thing is tight like a twigger. On volume and tone pots, they're usually very loose play. These are very solid. They have a static to them, so they don't just roll. You actually have to put some pressure on the knob. That's absolutely amazing. I find on a lot of the older Fenders that the jack comes loose. Now, somebody took care of this. They could have done this the whole entire time, but these are original pots, switch, pickups, everything besides the pickguard and the back plate. The tremolo cavity cover, everything's original. Now, 30 years old. Chrome stuff. Still shiny and new. Look at, I haven't cleaned these. These are the original saddles. This is the original tremolo. Everything on this guitar is original besides, like I said, the pickguard and the tremolo cavity back plate. So, how this guitar came to be, it is my assumption that somebody bought, there's like no scratches on the guitar, there's no dents. It is a metallic red color. A lot of people go, oh, that's candy apple red. Nope. For this year, this was metallic red. Candy apple red's a little lighter, a little brighter sparkle. This is metallic red. It was a Fender color. From the 90s Fender Standard series, I always liked the blue agave color one, or the greens. They had some cool metallic colors back in the day. But this is Ruby Tuesday. Goodbye. It is. And here's something cool. We'll kind of just, you've already seen it, but look at the headstock. This is what they called the pregnant headstock. You'll see this on a lot of California series Strats from that era, on some American Strats from that era. This is normal size, but when you come here, this curve should actually just divot in a little bit more right here. It should kind of come in and then out to this point. This kind of still rounds out. They call it the pregnant headstock, so give you a little bit better angle on it. Don't beat the guitar up. You can tell, it's just, put it against the black there, it's just a little bit more rounded. When I saw this guitar on the wall, because I'm a 70s, as you know, with lettuce, headstock fan, I noticed immediately. I was like, this is an older guitar. At first I thought maybe it was a 2006. Then I looked up the serial number and I was like, no, this is a 96. And then they said that indicative of that was this pregnant headstock, where this swoop is just a little bit bigger than it should be. And it has the plastic truss rod insert, and if you can tell, it's a little bit higher up because the carve on the neck is a little deeper than most modern ones. You'll see with like lettuce and some modern Stratocasters that plug will be back a little more or elongated, and that plastic will almost go up into the nut area. So very oval-esque teardrop shape. They got the just regular string tree on there. think that's pretty much all I have to explain about what this guitar is. Now let's tell you the story behind it. It is my assumption that somebody loved this guitar very much, and the price it was marked at was $499. This thing right here. It is 2026. As of 2026, Fender has brought back an entry-level standard Stratocaster. However, this comes from the Ensenada plant. They're now made in Indonesia. Mexico is now focusing on the mid-range Fenders, which would be the Player 2 series, some Artist series, the higher-end middle ground Fenders. Some of them which can go up to the $1,000 to $1,200 range. And that also means that the American Strats, when I started playing, an American Strat was $999. They're almost $1,900 now. And with their American Vintage 2 series, those are in the $2,000 range. When I was younger, it was like $1,600 range, right? So if you can go spend $599 or this lame $609 now, because we've gone up $10. They love to do that in the first quarter of the year. Not $599, $609. So when you see $599 again, you're like, hey, that's a cheaper price. And it is $10 and some change when there's tax. Just this guitar. So I see it on the wall and I'm like, okay, I'm in the market. I've got walking around cash in my pocket. Papa's looking for some new shoes. And this thing's hanging on the wall. I actually went to that Guitar Center and I was not looking to buy a guitar. And that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Because that's the musician story, right? I'm going to the music store. I'm not buying anything. I was looking, but I wasn't looking to buy. I like to go down. I like to see the things online. I like to see the new releases, and then I like to go down to Guitar Center and see if they got them. Unfortunately, the Guitar Center near me takes like 6-7 months after the fact, and I understand shipping and logistics and all that, to get stuff that you could go on Sweetwater, GuitarCenter.com, or now, in my age, Gibson and Fender sell you stuff direct, which was impossible unless you were ordering a custom shop or doing a special order. But you can just go on there, click buy now, and if it's in stock, they'll drop ship it to you right there. So I'm in Guitar Center and I see this. And also, older guitars, special order Fenders with this polyester finish. There's usually finish cracks starting. We're not talking about checking. We're not talking about stuff that Nitro does. In the pockets here in the neck, they'll have little cracks. Because, you know, it's a tank. A Stratocaster really is a tank. Unless you drop it on a floor and you try to desave it. You've heard about Lettuce's predecessor. I don't want to get into it. It's still trauma for me. Not really, but it hurt. That's the first time in my 26 years of playing I've dropped a guitar. And it was totally destroyed. There's no cracks. There's nothing going on in here. There's nothing wrong with this guitar. There's no popping. There's no cracking when you switch, when you're using the pots. There's nothing wrong. Solid input jack. Like I said, after a while, they get a little loose. This thing is a solid built tank. So, there it is. $499. I go to buy it. It's used, so it goes into Guitar Center holding because they hold things for 30 days to make sure that they're not stolen. And I plug it in, and normally yes, the Invader humbucker that's on the Tom DeLonge, aka Lettuce, is a ceramic magnet pickup, but there's 3 huge ceramic, and it's a modern humbucking, crunching sound. If you want more, you go up to the active Fishmans and or EMGs. But this just has the asymmetrical, or whatever they call it, staggered, but they're not really staggered. I'd say they're asymmetrical. This short, medium, tall, medium, short. Kind of goes with the curvature of the neck so that there's a balance when you're playing the strings. These ceramics, and at some point we'll do another video where I'm playing the ceramics, sound really good. I don't know if they aged over time or it was just a good year for making ceramic pickups. You can buy a set of ceramics for like $30, $40, some good ones for $50. But once you hit that on the go, you're starting to shoot up because that's a sought-out magnet and a little bit better. So I like the sound. I'm like, I'm going to buy Ruby. I've already played it. I can't find a thing. This thing looks unplayed. Go up there and the guy's like, okay, $499. At the time, it was 29-year-old Stratocaster, so technically it's vintage, even though it's not a sought-after vintage. It is. She's a vintage girl. Ooh. I go up there, and the guy's like, "Okay, it's $4.99." I'm like, "That's great," and I'm totally jazzed because jazzed. I use that word. Oh Lord, I'm getting old. I'm totally excited. And he goes, "Even better. Not only is it mint condition, looks beautiful as an anniversary edition, 29 now, 30-year-old Strat. It comes with a case." What? Is the case extra? No, it comes with a case. That's how I know this was a case queen. Comes with a case. All right. They do the Guitar Center shuffle. We can't find the case in the back. I've bought guitars brand new off the wall that come with a case. They can't find it. Then they go, "Well, we'll take price off so that we could take the case off it. You usually save about $150. It's already $4.99. Go, "Well, you can charge me without the case." "Oh, yeah, it's used though, so we really don't have." That's with new instruments. Okay, I get it. Policy, right? And by the way, this thing stays in tune, plays amazing. Like the Epiphone yesterday that doesn't like to stay in tune after 3 or 4 songs, or if you just breathe on it wrong. This thing I've tuned and not played it sometimes for a couple days, even a week, come back, plug it into the tuner, and maybe it's a few cents off. No problem. If not dead on. Like, we're going to go find you the case. We have to. It's part of the sell. It's part of the price, $4.99. Okay. Is it a soft case? I don't know if it's the old Fender soft case, just a bag with Fender silkscreen on it. That's fine. No, it looks like it's a hard shell case. It's a hard case. It's a wooden hard case. We're going to go find it. I'm like, okay, so this is why this guitar is in good condition. It's a case queen. It's a busy day in Guitar Center. As it always is, because there's like 90 people in the store, 2 people working the guitar section, a guy sleeping in the drum room, and nobody in the musical rooms. They come out and they go, "We can't find this. And we're not just going to sell you the guitar. I mean, we will, but it's kind of, the case is included in the price. So let's find you a case back there that will fit it." We go back there. It's another 15 minutes. They come out. Let's go back a little bit. Why I'm playing this guitar and falling in love with it, the guy is stalking the floor actively. And he brings out a new Roadrunner wooden case and sets it on the ground. I watch him scan it in the system and he walks away. Guy ringing me up goes, "Just talk to the boss. Can't really take the price down, but free of charge. Not taxated. The receipt is in the case. We're going to get you a brand new case for it." He walks over to the Roadrunner case, the charcoal tweed with the blacked out chrome Roadrunner. He goes, "We're going to give it to you free of charge." It's a $130 case. So that day, when I got Ruby, she got a brand new case. I would have liked to have the old case because I bet you the guy had the original stickers and tags for it, but that's okay. A almost 30-year-old, now 30-year-old Fender Stratocaster in mint condition that plays, sounds, setup, spot, intonation. I haven't worked on this guitar and it's great. With a brand new wood hard shell case out the door for $5 and some change, $4.99 and some change with a taxation. And that, my friends, is probably Michael Puking Cat. Blech. Anyways, that, my friends, is the story on how I got Ruby. I got Ruby for cheaper than you can get a modern made in Mexico Stratocaster, cheaper than you can get the new Indonesian standard with a brand new hard shell case. So guys, meet Ruby. You'll see Ruby around. Ruby does groovy things. This is me doing me, you doing you, and we do it together, right? Guys, thank you for watching the video today. It's one of the longer ones. Thank you to the new subscriber. You have a good one. And get out there and enjoy your life. Play some music. It's a good time.